So what a weekend of sport it will be. Let's get into it. Hello, welcome to On Me Head Son. I hope you're all well. If you like what I do here, don't forget to like and share the video, subscribe to the channel and hit the notifications bell for all future videos. So what a weekend of sport we have before us. UFC 295 is going to go ahead. My money's on Aspinall and Pereira to come away with the spoils. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. A few interesting boxing matchups are taking place this coming weekend, with another Eubank in action in Brighton last night as well, coming away with a win. Quite an impressive display as well. And Tommy Fury's younger brother also in action. Roman Fury coming away with a win in his fight as well. So some interesting fights there. Some good quality fights there as well. Some impressive results. We've also got some more matchups this coming weekend as well. I'm going to say the big action really is UFC 295. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and also what boxing you're looking forward to as well, and also the matchups and what you think of the scoring of late. I've got my thoughts on some of the scoring of late of some of the recent matchups, especially the Tyson Fury against Ngannou. But also, if you watched last weekend, Joe Cordina against Vasquez, that was some strange scoring as well. I'll probably make another video on this entirely, and my thoughts on scoring, not only in boxing but also in MMA, and how subjective it can be at times. And sometimes as a casual observer, let's say, watching it, you think, oh no, this other fighter's definitely won. Then when you look at it with more qualified eyes, you kind of say, okay, well no, from a pointing point of view, this boxer landed more punches in and scored more points, therefore they won. The same in MMA. You can win points based upon striking, you can win points based upon takedowns, but whether it's boxing or whether it's MMA, a lot of it comes down to subjective judging and what a judge's preference is. And sometimes that is at odds with what we're seeing as well. So let us know your thoughts in the comments below, what you're looking forward to this coming weekend, whether it's UFC, whether it's boxing, and what do you think of some recent judges' scorecards as well. And this is not a recent thing, of course. This has been going on since boxing first started. Everybody's got raised eyebrows at some of the decisions. Anyway, let's get on to the football, because this is what I really want to talk about in this video. Some of the matchups this weekend, some of the games, well, I would say they're it's a bit of a flat weekend when it comes to matchups. The only game of note from a neutral's point of view is the game with Manchester City away to Chelsea. Chelsea coming off a win last week against Tottenham, so their tails are up. They probably think, hey, they've turned the corner. I'm not so sure, and I think coming against Manchester City, they're going to have a harsh reality once again. So let us know your thoughts on that. But this is definitely the pick of the weekend, which is going to be the most widely watched game by the neutrals, I'll say. But look, if you support a team, then obviously the most important game is the game that your team is involved in, right? Now for me, I'm a West Ham fan, so I'm going to the game tomorrow, West Ham against Nottingham Forest. So for me, that's the most important game. But let us know your thoughts on any of the fixtures, whether today or tomorrow. What do you think? Because then we've got the international break as well. And for me, I'll be looking next Friday for Italy against North Macedonia, which is really a crunch match for Italy as well, because they're not the Italy of the past, and certainly in recent years they've kind of been faltering. Yes, they won the Euros last time out, but they haven't been anywhere near as convincing as they once was. Now they got the new manager, Spalletti, who was Napoli manager last season, so let's just see if he can turn this around. But they've got a lot of work ahead of them, and as it is now, they're not going to qualify again for a major tournament. That'll be 2 straight World Cups and another Euros as well. So this is crunch time for Italy, and they need to turn it around. They need to find strikers who can put the ball in the back of the net with ease, and they haven't been able to do that in such a long time. Their positional play and their general build-up play has always been quite good. It's just their general finishing has been poor. They've had a lot of personnel change, of course. A lot of the old guard have moved on. Now the next crop are coming in, and they haven't really quite found their feet. But this has been true of Italy for the last sort of 10, 12 years. They've been going through a generational shift, really, and it hasn't quite worked out for them. So I'll be interested in that. But obviously, there's lots of other international matchups as well, which I'll be looking forward to. So let us know your thoughts on the international break. Do you like it? Do you not like it? For me, I prefer we don't have the international break so much or so often. I would much prefer that we just carry on with the domestic leagues and just have a certain time in the year where you have all the international fixtures. But that's just me, of course. But getting back to the league this weekend, what are your thoughts on the games? Which is going to be the game that is going to be most intriguing to you, and what do you think the results are going to be? So in today's fixtures, not really a standout game. You know, we're looking at Manchester United against Luton to see actually, you know, can they turn their season around as well? Is this going to be the last game for Ten Hag in charge? Lots of fans are saying no, he should stay. Other fans saying no, he should definitely go. There's lots of fans within my own club, West Ham, who are saying no, David Moyes should stay, he should go. So this is nothing new, but certainly for a team like Manchester United, who behind the scenes are also having some financial issues, it might be argued, hey, let's just see how they go and where do they go next, whether they stick with Ten Hag or whether they decide to say sayonara and let's move on. But in tomorrow's games, I think those are the key ones here. Aston Villa against Fulham, I think that's going to be a really good matchup. On fire, Brighton, they're at home to Sheffield United. I can't see anything but a win for Brighton in that game. Liverpool at home to Brentford. Again, Brentford in some decent form of late as well. So Liverpool, I would say Liverpool win, but you know, I wouldn't be surprised if Brentford come away with a decent result. Not necessarily a win, but possibly a cheeky draw. Then, as I've already said, Chelsea against Manchester City. That's probably the pick of the bunch. But for me, obviously, I'll be going to the West Ham Nottingham Forest game and hopeful for a West Ham win. If you're a Nottingham Forest fan, obviously you're going to be hopeful for a Nottingham Forest win as well. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. But let me just focus on West Ham against Nottingham Forest here and see where the club are at in terms of the season. One of the videos I made earlier in the week is whether David Moyes should be sacked or whether he should go. What do the fans really think? And if we're just going on league form, then obviously this is a crunch match for David Moyes, because if he loses this game, then it'll be 4 in a row. Now, it could be 4 in a row is just not good enough for the board. It could be that they take the international break to take stock and say, right, okay, we're going to go with somebody else. Or it could be that we take the international break and say, right, okay, let's just everybody calm down, just reset, and away we go. If West Ham look at the fixtures running up to Christmas, there's a lot of winnable games there. So we might be able to turn it around by Christmas. But then again, we're kind of clutching at straws here. So for me, this is a crucial game, not only for West Ham's season in terms of their league position, but also in terms of David Moyes as well. They had a decent win during the week, but it wasn't a convincing performance. And again, I've always talked about consistency and levels of performance and not necessarily results. Results are the things that matter, of course, in terms of league position and ultimately whether you win something or you don't win something. But it's the levels of performance. And with the players that we've got, we should be playing at a more consistent level and at a more convincing level as well. And that hasn't been the case, certainly this season, certainly after the Manchester City and Liverpool games where we've started to falter as well. So let us know your thoughts on that. Manchester City against Chelsea, that's probably the pick of the bunch. And then obviously for me, it's West Ham against Nottingham Forest. So I will be at the game tomorrow, and I'll probably be doing a few pieces for other channels as well. But let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Well, what sport you'll be looking at this weekend, whether it's boxing, whether it's UFC, whether it's football, or whether it's any other sport. Let us know in the comments below. And if you like what I do here, don't forget to like and share, subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications bell, and I'll catch you again very soon. Bye now.